you? Welcome to Grammy's Craft Boutique. Oh, I just have to find us. Here we are. You guys, I'm still struggling with these bangs. I'm not going to say I regret getting a haircut, but um, she just cut my bangs too heavy, and it's just a lot of bangs. Hi, Judy. How are you? I believe I have some more mystery boxes to put together for you today. Thank you. Thank you. Um, It's weird. I always put our texting number in the comments. So if anybody hasn't opted in to get our texts, and Facebook just said that they're going to hide our phone number. I guess you're not allowed to put phone numbers in Facebook anymore. Every day, something different every day. So, hi Shelly, miss you guys too. Grammy's at home. She's doing laundry. And she has a lot of laundry. Of course, I think they're going through this teenage thing where we're trying to explain to Landon that it's okay to hang up a pair of jeans and wear them a second time. Sorry about that. That's the hospital calling, but they canceled my MRI, so I'm not sure why they're calling me. Oh, good, Judy. I love putting them together for you. Okay, so it's the hair thing. I'm kind of stuck on it right now because I hadn't had anything done to my hair since before COVID. And I've been coloring my own hair. And so I found this place in Collinsville, and the girl was very young. She's a very sweet young girl. And I could tell something was off because she had turned me away from the mirror. And I told her I wanted in layers, which she did a nice job on my layers, and she trimmed my hair. But I wanted wispy bangs, and I kind of got, well, she cut me pretty heavy in the bang department. So I'm still learning how to deal with my hair because it's naturally curly and it's getting humid around here. Getting humid. Hold on one second. Hey, Scott. I'm live. Okay, I just wanted to let you know. Just wanted to let him know that we were live. So I wanted to make a wreath for Christine. She's the owner of Integrity Golden Retrievers, and she's up in Rockford, Illinois. It's about a 4-hour drive from here. And as far as responsible breeders go, this lady, she's 100%. She loves the breed. She loves the Golden Retriever breed. And she is all about, that 8 weeks that she has them, like all her dogs are fed completely raw, 100% holistic, all organic. She starts socializing them, and she even starts training them. So I just wanted to do something special, and I'm going to make her a wreath. Now she does have a logo, but it wasn't going to work really for a sign on a wreath. Got some glue on my finger and it's stuck. It's stuck. Wasn't going to really work for a wreath sign. It's a cute logo, but I decided we needed a little something extra. So I designed this. It says Integrity Golden Retrievers, and I love the paw prints, and I just love this. I love that because my dogs mean so much to me, and I'm really excited to be bringing home another one. I'm gonna get out an alcohol swab. I'm not gonna do it right now, but like when the wreath is finished, I'll take an alcohol swab and I'll make sure this is all nice and clean and shiny for her. I went ahead and put 4 cable tie mounts on the back so the glue could dry. Just as some added assurance, I put a drop of the clear Gorilla Glue in each corner. Then I take this adhesive cover off and I stick them in the 4 corners. And then I usually do this first so that glue can dry. So this is the sign. I wanted to go with kind of a golden retriever color, the tan, and then I did a black border. So we're going to do black and white and tan. I hope so, Judy. I hope she loves it. I'm going to set this over here. And so far, I went ahead and did this part ahead of time because it can get boring and tedious, and I didn't want you guys to be super bored. I used an evergreen base. People have asked me if there's like a benefit to using a wreath form versus an evergreen base versus making your own wreath form, and it's 100% your preference. I think if you're just starting out, a wreath form that's, a pre-made wreath form might be the way to go because they're perfectly spaced. So if you're doing poofs and curls, it's going to be symmetrical for you and give you a guide to follow. What happened was I found a bunch of evergreen wreaths super cheap. They were like on clearance. I don't know if it was Michael's or somewhere, but it was even cheaper than buying a wreath form. And I think that it comes out looking more full. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Nice to see you. So I do think when you use the evergreen base, it's more full. You don't have to follow a pattern. I did a little bit. I did like around the outside. I did tan, check, tan, check, tan, check. And then I went in the inside. But I usually will use the evergreen base if I'm going to be adding greenery or florals because these greenery pieces, if you get good contact with your hot glue, they help secure your design even more. We're doing good, Nancy. It's been busy. Mom and I are both in physical therapy. I finally got her to go. So she's getting some help with her knees and her back. And I'm going for my back and my neck. And Scott and I are going to the gym again. So fingers crossed. I know if I could get some of this extra weight off of me, I would feel better. The fibromyalgia probably wouldn't weigh so heavy on me. No pun intended. Grammy's here. I was just showing them the wreath base, I did the evergreen wreath with tan and black and white mesh. And this is the sign I designed for her. Her business is called Integrity Golden Retrievers. And so I had Alex print it on an 8-inch square. And I have some cute dog ribbon that we have in the shop. Hi, Penny. Did you have a good birthday? I know everybody misses Grammy. She's a busy lady. Mom, I was telling them how you have constant laundry, and some of it is because you have a teenager that doesn't know that he can wear stuff more than once, or especially with jeans. I mean, you can fold them up or hang them up and wear them a second time. My gosh. Yeah, you can't do much with your eye like that. Poor thing. Well, thank you guys for hopping on. And I thank you so much for blessing our lives and posting comments and just engaging with our page. I appreciate that. It helps us a lot. So I did the base ahead of time because I felt like this kind of was a boring part. But I will tell you the back of this, the back of an evergreen, there's a lot of pieces of evergreen that are poking out. I don't know if you heard that on my craft table. Those are wires. So I am gonna cover the back of this when I'm all done. When I'm finished with the wreath, I'll have Scott, my husband, I'll have him hold it for me, and I will put a placemat on the back with little zip ties. Because she might put this on an interior door. Her whelping areas and where she has, when she has a litter of puppies she's taking care of, it's right inside her garage. So she might decide to put this, put it on her door, but it might be on an inside door. I don't want to scratch up anybody's door. So just keep that in mind, because when you feel the back of this, some sharp wires there. So let's make bows first. Let's make bows. Jackie, welcome. I'm Amanda. This is Grammy's Craft Boutique, and Grammy is my mom. That's Deborah Gudak. That's in the comments. That's Grammy. She's at home right now. Sometimes she comes over, but she's been busy lately. She's been a busy lady. Oh, Nancy. Me and my brother and my nephew are driving up to Rockford, Illinois on Saturday. My husband's going to stay here with Jack. He's an 8-week-old golden retriever. And his name's going to be Ace. So, absolutely, if you're new, introduce yourself. I am in a constant struggle to get you guys like a good view with good lighting and all that stuff. So let me know if you can see okay. I'll zoom in a minute. But here are the ribbon. In fact, let me see if I can zoom in here right now. It's a little better. Now the hospital's leaving me voicemails. They called me and told me that my MRI was canceled. Hi, AJ. AJ is my great friend. She is a dog lover, and she can't wait to meet Ace. And I know that's right. So these are the 2 dog ribbon we have in the shop. So I had to steal a couple of those. And then I found this dog ribbon in my stash. How How cute is that with the dog bones and the hearts? And since we're doing a black and white and beige, I found a black and white check that I liked. This beige that has a white rickrack. And this is a 7/8 inch black and white check. I might use that. Hi, Teresa. How are you feeling today? Teresa has been home and she's been like trying to get a hold of me, and it seems like I'm never home. I'm just always on the go. Always on the go. I'm gonna dovetail this end. That makes it look nice and finished. I was thinking about using some turquoise or even blue, since Ace was Mr. Blue in her litter. But I'm going to keep it black and white and tan for her so that it's neutral for her. Oh, Grammy wants to add color too. You guys, I guess I'm going to have to start talking to you before the lives. I think I want a tail. Let's see. I'm looking at the wreath. We're going to do a short tail on this side, 7 inches. Put it in, give it a twist. This is the 2.5 inch dog ribbon that we have, and I like it. It's on like a natural burlap color. Going to go out to about 6.5. Twist. Yeah, Grammy's always right. Don't encourage her, AJ. 6.5 inches. Twist. Oh, Nancy, I roughly cut them at 25 inches. And I did do a little bit of a woodland ruffle. I feel like when the lady that invented the woodland ruffle, I feel like when she does it, she's really heavy on the curl. I just rolled it like maybe one time, mostly to control the fray on the end of the mesh. Does that make sense? You stinkers, AJ and Grammy. I really did think about adding either turquoise or blue or some kind of pops of color, and I decided to keep it neutral because I was just kind of looking around at her decor when we went up for the open house, and I think she's more of a neutral person. Oh, your liquids are going down better, Teresa? Gosh, I hope so. So I did this tail a little longer because I might come down into the wreath and do like a little roller coaster with that. And if I decide not to, I can always trim that off. Yeah, especially that black and white. It does seem to fray a little bit more. So I did like a modified woodland ruffle, like one roll, just to make sure that it wouldn't really just go crazy and start fraying on me. I did pull out quite a few frays, and then I clean it up at the end. I'm gonna do 6.5 on this black and white check also, and I'm gonna do a short loop on my left. 6.5. going to do one loop on each side, and then I'm going to come down and make this one long too, in case I want a roller coaster with that. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate that. Well, and the other thing I was thinking was her logo is black and white. And even though we didn't use her logo, I was going to kind of stay with a black and white and tan. I'm going to come in with this tan dog ribbon. Fun. You know what I don't think I do, Teresa? I looked downstairs yesterday and I thought I had some kind of dog related picks. 7-inch, and I'm going to take this tail up. Oh, Grammy's got to go fluff good clothes and hang them up. That's my least favorite part, but it really helps with the wrinkles. I'm going to do 5.5. Oh, Mom, are you still here? She might have already ran downstairs if it was time to put the good clothes in the dryer. But AJ, I was saving it for her to give her on Mother's Day and tell her that you made it for her. So I think I'm going to do 3 loops of this 1.5. That sounds fun, Teresa. So you know what I'm going to ask you guys. What have you been watching? Because it's my favorite topic. I watched a show on Netflix called The Furies. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Oh, I haven't, Nancy. I'll have to check that out. So it's called The Bowmaker EMS Bow and Go. I'll have to check that out. So we're going to fluff these out. This one goes up. Middle. This one goes up. Middle. I think I'll just go crazy with the bones. So cute. Can't go wrong with paw prints and bones, you know? So cute. Short one over here. So I watched The Furies. It's on Netflix. It's about... Okay, so the concept of the show is that the Fury is a woman, and the position is passed down from mother to daughter over generations. And what the Fury is basically like the enforcer and protector of the 6 crime families in Europe. And she is really tough. And it was a pretty good story. It is 100% in French, so you have to watch the subtitles, which I don't mind, but like Mom doesn't really care for that because she likes perusing on her iPad when she's watching TV. And you can't really do that because if you're not paying attention, unless you speak French, which I don't. Oh, I like this, how this is turning out. We love big bows, Nancy. I'm going to come in with this beige with the white rickrack. I think a light color always pops really nice as your center loop. So I'm going to come in this tail down, give it a twist. And then I'll just make a couple inch loop. And this loop just serves to cover up the mechanics. So those are the ones I used. I didn't use this little guy. Well, I'll have to check that out, Nancy. So I'm going to use pipe cleaners, I think, on this one. Sometimes I use zip ties, but I am going to put 2 pipe cleaners together. So I have a nice long tie. I haven't had much luck with my zip ties lately. I think I got a bad batch. Thanks, Shelly. I think she'll like it. I hope she does. I mean, obviously, she's a breeder, and this is her business. So, I mean, we paid for Ace. I mean, this is part of how her and her husband make a living. But I got to thinking, I bet hardly anyone ever takes her anything. You know, they might take like dog treats or dog toys or, you know, but I just kind of wanted to make something just for her, if that makes sense. So I'm just fluffing my bow. And some of these tails might end up being too long. Once we get it on there, we can trim them up. And I made 2 long tails so we can decide if we want to do a roller coaster on one side. Okay, so we have this bow made. I'll set that over there. And I want to make another one with some smaller loops and tails. I will let you know. I'm going to look it up after the live because I'm nosy. I'm nosy. Oh, Judy, that's so sweet. Well, she posted. No, she didn't post. She sent us all. We're gonna do a 7-inch tail. She sent us our final email. She said, because she's big on communication. She emails us about everything, and she said, okay, this is the last email before you come pick up your new family member. I'm going to do 5.5. And she talked a little bit about how they were doing with potty training. And she said, this is when she gets a little weepy. She said she always knows that she's made good decisions and that her dogs are going to good homes. But she said it does get hard when there's just a few days left and she knows they're going to be going home. And she said, I just cuddle them a little bit more, you know, give each one a little bit more time. And thanks, Shelly. Oh, Judy, you guys are going to be so tired of me with pictures. I'm going to be like, it's me again, not craft related, but here's my puppy. So I did one loop on each side of the 2.5, and I have a tail up and a tail down. We're going to go tail up, tail down, and we're going to do 2 loops of this check. And I don't know if you guys saw the post, but a few weeks ago, I put a post on our page with pictures of the litter. And I said, you guys pick which one you think we're going to bring home. And if you pick correctly, I'm sending Happy Mail. And I've got about a half a dozen of those bubble bags already ready with some Happy Mail. So if you guys didn't see that post, go back on our page and scroll down until you find it. I think it's either their 2 or 3 week pictures. I don't know. They're stinking cute. Thank you. We appreciate it when you guys sprinkle the love and bless our page. It helps so much. So definitely go check that out, because if you guess right, you get some Happy Mail. And that's just fun. I mean, obviously, they're puppies, so none of them are ugly. They're all adorable. Adorable. And it's funny how puppies, they're very individual, just like we are, right? There was one particular puppy that took to my nephew. There was one that took to my mom, and one that really took to me. It was just really cute. So let's see. That's so sweet. Thank you, Shelly. So I'm going to do one loop of each of this real cute tan with the dog bones and stuff, but I'm going to add an extra tail just because this ribbon's so fun. Let's see, we'll go down, we'll go up with that tail, down with this tail, and then we'll add a tail. So let's see, I told you guys about the Furies. I watched that on Netflix. And my whole family watched Fallout. I have never been a gamer, but my dad, my brother, and my nephew are, I would consider, very advanced gamers. I played video games with Landon for a few years, but he kind of blew past me as far as how to play some of this stuff. I mean, it's not like the video games we played when I was a kid, that's for sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what Christine said. The breeder said that you can look at pictures and you can watch videos and you can come in thinking that you know exactly which puppy is right for you, but they 100% pick their people. I know for sure that Jack picked me, because Jack's mom had 10 puppies and her sister had 11. So there were 21 golden retriever puppies on this farm. And Mom was like, how are you ever going to choose? And I said, I don't think I'm going to choose. I think the right one's just going to find me. And I was sitting on a bale of hay, And Jack came over and laid down on my feet, and I said, I think the right one just picked me. I just wish Jack wasn't so scared of everything. I don't think I did anything wrong when he was a puppy. He's just so easily startled. So I'm going to come in with my center loop, tail a little shorter. Couple inch loop just to hide the pipe cleaner. And give that little pop of white and beige. Have you guys been having rain where you are? I keep hearing our sump pump running. We must have a ton of groundwater. It doesn't rain here like a normal rain. It's like, oh, it's got to be a complete torrential downpour and storm. Yeah, and Thor, oh my gosh, Thor is this big, tough-looking boxer, and he's like, if you look at him, you're like, ooh, like he's intimidating looking, but he's really a big love bug. And Thor and Jack are both big dogs that will just scare themselves with their own shadow. So I'm just twisting, trying to get that on there tight. It's been windy in Washington. Yeah, I don't know why, where I am in my subdivision, I seem to get a ton of wind. I've lost 3 separate trees at the corner of my landscaping. And finally last year, I said, okay, we're putting a shrub there. Because obviously a tree is just not an option for that location. I decided that when I was outside during a windstorm, holding up my tree, waiting for my dad to get here to help me anchor it up. And it ended up coming down that day anyway. I was so bummed. Okay, let's put our bows on and the sign. So I'm going to put the pipe cleaner in about 1.5 inches, and then I'm going to twist it because I need that length. I need the length of the pipe cleaner to get all the way through this. I got this fan up too high. I've got a fan blowing on me because I am perpetually hot. Oh, so anyway, I was talking about how we all watched Fallout, and it's based on the Fallout video games, but don't let that deter you because it's very good. Okay, so I want this down here. So we're going to go in through the mesh. So this takes a little bit of finagling. because you want to go through the mesh. You don't want to go around it. That'll look tacky. But you also want that support, that mesh, to hold that sign up for you. Oh, you cleaned up your craft room and now you can't find anything. That's just how it goes, isn't it? So I'm just going around the wire frame. And okay, that seems to be pretty stable. Come up this way to this corner. Yeah, sometimes when you clean, it's like, well, where is all my stuff? Scott and I have to clean the house. We've got to get all of our clutter under control. Got to make sure it's puppy proofed, because I told Scott, I said, he's never had a puppy, so I've been kind of telling him, like, this is going to be a learning curve for you, because we're used to taking off our shoes and, leaving them right by the coffee table or by the back door. I'm like, you gotta guard your shoes. And and I told him he cannot leave his any of his music, his vinyl records or his CDs, anything like that. He has so much stuff that's very valuable, but also very sentimental to him. I mean, he's met so many rock and roll stars, and he's just been blessed to be, because he loves his music so much. He's been able to meet some really neat people and get autographs and get memorabilia. Like, cannot assume that this dog is not going to get a hold of whatever he wants. Yeah, I want to make a Mother's Day wreath and centerpiece. When I was in the basement today, I was picking out some stuff and tossing around some ideas. Is there something in particular you'd like to see? So I go through that mesh, and then I kind of pull the mesh up the pipe cleaner to the sign. It disguises the pipe cleaner, but it also gives that sign extra stability. Okay, fourth one, I promise this is almost over. I know this is like painful to watch, because I am not good at sign attaching. It's definitely not my gift. So I'm just going around the wire frame and grabbing a piece of the pine for extra security and wrapping it around there. The sign's not going anywhere. It is not going anywhere. So there we go. Now, bow time. So what I had envisioned was to put the bow here and then bring the roller coaster around here a little bit, kind of like showcasing the sign. So let's see if we like that. Let's see. Yeah, I think that'll work nicely. So we're kind of coming at a little bit of an angle. Oh yes, spring colors. Love them. Love me some spring colors. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm going through, grabbing a hold of some mesh, going through it with the pipe cleaner. So I think I've told you guys this before. I'm not great with real flowers. I love my artificial flowers, but I'm not blessed with the green thumb, or the knowledge, really. My friend AJ, she's like a plant whisperer, basically. She worked in the landscaping industry for many years, designing, and um, and she's just really good with like things that grow inside or outside. Um, but I've been dabbling a little this year. I've got some flower pots going outside, and so far so good. But I'm curious about tulips. I'm thinking about, I have a round area in around my tree in my front yard, and I would love to have tulips that come up in the spring. Um, but my dad reminded me that my grandma Gudak had tulips and that they were kind of labor intensive. So feel free to let me know what you guys think about that, because I don't know anything about tulips. I just thought you planted a tulip bulb and you had tulips forever. What is wrong with this little stinker? This one is being stubborn. Ooh, yellow. I love yellow and little sunflowers. Yeah, I've got a ton of sunflower stuff in the shop. I can definitely. I've got a pick that is sunflower, and it's got little purple filler flowers. It's so cute. You don't want to pull it too hard. You don't want to suck your bow into your wreath, but you want it secure. So it's a balance. I mean, it's got a little floppiness to it, but you don't want to pull it into the wreath so much that it looks squished. Does that make sense? So I'm pulling on it a little bit and securing them to one of the wire frames. Out my tails. Okay. So now I'm having a hard time seeing where. There we go. So I wanted to just bring these out like in a loop. You know, maybe like put a fist under there and measure about a fist high. And then gather it. I'm going to find 2 pieces of pine in here that are not occupied. Ooh, squirrels like tulips? I did not know that. I've got a lot of squirrels. Okay, so let me move you guys. Let's bring you back up. Because I think this camera moved on me and I didn't realize it was moving. This cord is pulling on it a little bit. and it was traveling on me. So actually, we're going to move over here. So see, that's cute. That's cute. Okay. Yeah, I can move this wire over. I think I've accepted the fact that the one thing I'm going to have a constant struggle with my business and my lives and my videos is going to be lighting. I am not a professional photographer and could never be one because I fight with lighting like crazy. Okay, so far we got the big bow. We've got the little roller coaster here. Let's put the little bow on. Okay, Julie. Yes, Shelly. I thought that too. And honestly, I was thinking a little bit about Milo that I lost a couple years ago when I saw that. Because no animal replaces a pet that you've lost. But I do believe that there's a new place in your heart for the next one. So we're going to put this one down here. And it's just going to be so much fun. Going through that mesh again. I cannot tell you how important that is and like what a huge lesson that was for me. Because I was just going all the way through the design and attaching stuff like to the wire frame, and stuff was loose. It just wasn't getting like anchored correctly. So that really helps get your attachments anchored right. Okay, and again, see if you pull too hard, you see how that kind of disappears in there? So you want a good balance. You want it in there, but you don't need it to get sucked all the way in. And twist it. Okay, get this bottom. Last pipe cleaner. And that's why I do use the pipe cleaners when I work with mesh. When I work with grapevines, I lean more toward the zip ties. But the last couple packages of zip ties I've gotten have been terrible. Like, they just break on me. And that's not good. Ruh-roh. Well, maybe this will help. You can just grab it like that. You lost your little Yorkie Susie 5 years ago. Oh, it's so hard. I mean, they're just, they're part of your family. And especially for me, I mean, I didn't have kids. And my dogs have been like these furry little pieces of family that have punctuated my whole life. You know, they've been like constantly there for everything. Like, I mean, it's just hard to explain. They're just in that, they're part of your story, I guess. All right, so I'm getting this fluffed out. Okay. So that's what we have so far. I'm going to zoom in on this. Let me stand back and look here. I like that roller coaster there. Now, I want to play around with some flowers. Oh, Grammy's back. Thanks. So I literally grabbed, do you see the zip tie right there? These are all of my extra leftover and loose white flowers. And not to say that this isn't an important wreath, but it is. But I thought, what a good opportunity to use some of my leftover greenery and flowers. Why not? See, that's a pretty flower. And the leaves are even nice. So I'm going to kind of go up here and see what kind of length I need before I start cutting this stuff. Because I want to get in there and I want to make sure that I have enough length on the stem to wiggle it around and make sure it adheres to the mesh and the pine. So I'm cutting it about like that. See, Shelly, I think that makes, well, I don't know. I mean, I think that pets are important to a lot of people, but for me especially, not having had kids, they were, now see, I go in a circle, kind of like moving it around, like I'm drawing a circle with a pencil to make sure that touched as much as it can. Make sure that it touched some pine, some mesh, because we don't want that coming out. They're just, yeah, they become companions, and well, they're just part of the family. I mean, I'll tell you what, until I met my husband, Milo, my red golden retriever, he was the only male in my life I could depend on for a while. I'm going to go in here, and again, I'm going in a circle, circle, circle. Kind of like I'm holding a pencil and I'm drawing a circle with it to make sure it's getting in contact with some mesh and some pine. Hi, Debbie. Debbie just got a puppy. She just got a sweet Bailey as her baby beagle. And she's a sweet little thing. Or no, it's a boy, isn't it? Bailey's a boy. I had to turn my glue pot down. This glue is a little thin, so I might have to come back in and make sure that these got glued in okay, because usually like it a little bit thicker. Whoa. Oh, heart attack. You guys, I just almost pulled the glue pot completely off of the table. That would have been bad. Oh, thanks, Shelly. He's a puppy gator. Is his little shark teeth into everything right now? What was that? What was that show? All the little kids were watching for a while. Baby Shark. Was that it? Baby Shark? Or am I making that up? And I got some little baby hydrangeas. I'm going to cut those down. And I've got another stem of the baby hydrangeas. I'm going to trim them real quick and use them. I know we don't get to watch any fun kid stuff anymore since Landon is a teenager. I even tried to tell him about a couple shows that I thought were cute. And he was like, I'm really not looking for cute. I want something a little bit heavier, like that I have to think about. And I was just like, okay. So I'm just going to poke these around. I'm not going to glue them yet, so I'm going to wait and see. I've got a whole bunch of them, but I want to make sure. Hi, buddy. There's my Jack buddy. Jack, are you excited about your baby brother? I really think it'll be good for Jack too, because he's acting older than he should be. Uh, he's 8, but he's like fully acting like uh, an old man dog. We're just not having that, are we, Jack? No, you're still my baby. Yeah, I'm glad he's going with us because at least, I mean, he's not going to talk my ear off like he used to, but I can at least, ask him some questions. And it's not like he can throw himself out of a moving car to get away from me. Although he did threaten to jump out of a moving car one time when I was playing country music. Gosh, he's so dramatic. Oh, yeah, his lack of love for country music. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Oh yeah, we still have some in stock, Shelly. It's really cute. And it was nice quality to work with too. Yeah, they have in earbuds, Debbie. They don't they don't hear anything. Here were some more leftover flowers that I had. I have one, two, three, four, five of these. And I'm just trimming those. So at this point, I'm just stuffing this full of floral goodness. Does your um does your daughter drive, Debbie? I ask because there's so many young people now that don't want to drive. So I like that I've got some florals in there, but I want to add some greenery. Debbie feels like an Uber driver. Um, just because her daughter's got earbuds in. Just tell me that she doesn't sit in the back seat. Oh, you're an awful passenger, so you like to be the one driving. I, I'm the same way. Um, Mom drives me sometimes because I have to drive quite a bit of distance for my job, and so like if we're running errands or something, Mom will say, "Well, I'll drive, so you don't have to." Um, but I guess I've been driving myself around so long that I'm kind of a bad passenger. So I'm trimming those off a little bit. I'm going to start getting some greenery in here. Come under this bow, some greenery. Come out from this bow. I like when greenery's popping out from the bow, in case you couldn't tell. Well, yeah, Debbie, I just asked because um, so many young people are like not wanting to get their licenses and stuff, and I can't relate to that because that was like getting your license was like everything, wasn't it? Was it to you guys? That freedom, that um, you know, I don't know, like I kind of went around the outside with this greenery, so I'm gonna stay with that pattern around the outside. I don't know. Of course, I wanted to get a job, which I wish I had listened to my parents because they said when I was in high school, they said you don't have to get a job yet, and I said, but I want my own money. And he said, one day you're going to regret this because you're going to look back and you're going to think, oh my gosh, I've been working since I was 15 years old. And sure enough, I got a job at a pharmacy. So I legit have been working in a pharmacy since I was 15 years old. You never listen to your parents. I mean, I listen to my parents now, but as a teenager, you think they're being silly. Yeah, Debbie. The basement dwellers, I guess I don't understand. One of my friends' kids is just terrified to drive. And I'm like, well, did something happen? Was there like a bad car accident? Or, and she was like, no, she's just scared. So, I mean, I guess it's a legitimate fear, but my parents couldn't wait for me to be able to go pick up milk and pick up my brother. Of course, I was so much older than my brother, I could take him to school and pick him up. Shelly, okay, so did you not drive because of fear or you didn't need to? Um, or was it something else? Or you don't have to tell us because I'm just being nosy. I'm just curious. Okay. What do you guys think? Yeah, Debbie says you're living in an AI world. That freaks me out. I'm not gonna lie. Got some flowers here. Something here. Maybe this would be better. Look here. Yeah, I needed that there. Oh, something there. Oh, buddy, it's okay. Mama's almost done. Mama's almost done, buddy. Okay, you guys, Jack has been so patient. Okay, do you think she's gonna like it? I hope she does. I hope she does. Oh, some of this still needs glued in. Like that. That needs glued in. I'll get it all glued in though. I think I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, thank you, Nancy and Judy. Nancy was 21 or 22. Yeah, it's the other people on the road. That's what, and for Shelly, it's anxiety and fear. Come in here, buddy, so everybody can see how handsome you are. Don't be scared. That was really the thing that mom and dad constantly stressed when I started driving was it's not you that we're afraid of making a mistake or something. We're worried about you not paying attention to all the other people that aren't paying attention and making mistakes. You have to watch out for everybody else. And yeah, I could see I can see why some people wouldn't want to drive. I was worried after my car accident that uh, I would have some anxiety about driving, but especially on the interstate. But I guess I really never had an opportunity because I went to college in St. Louis and I work primarily in St. Louis, so I just I have to get there until we can teleport or they give us little jetpacks so we can fly places. Right, Jack Buddy? Come here. Come in here. Please don't cry. I'm not doing anything scary. Want to come in? You want to say hi to the ladies? No? Okay. I better get off here and pay attention to the buddy. Okay. Yeah. it, I guess it's just an individual thing. But thank you for answering me because I was just curious. Okay. Thank you so much for keeping me company while I made this for her, and I hope she loves it. And after I finish gluing all the little pieces in, I'll take a picture of it and show you guys. Thank you. I will see you guys soon. Bye.